When it comes to concrete, we've got you covered. RowPaint.com offers custom concrete coating services for your garage, business, warehouse, and more. And we do it in one day. We are your complete concrete coatings solution.
This is Bronco Nation News Live. The best interviews, the most informed opinions, the latest breaking news, all from the top Boise State insiders. Now, here's four-time NSMA Idaho Sports Writer of the Year, BJ Rains, with another edition of Bronco Nation News Live.
All right, we're off to a great start. We have an extra screen. I don't know how to kick this person out. How about that? Wow. Well, it's BJ Rains, Jay Tust, and there we go. Jay's back from Hawaii. It's the Friday edition. We're having some fun here. Bronco Nation News Live, presented by RowPaint.com. Power and people, pride in painting, the official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. Make sure to check them out, ROEPaint.com. Jay Tust, obviously with KTVP, the sports director. Jay, you're back from Hawaii, it looks like.
Yep.
How was it, man?
It was absolutely amazing. I will say the baggage people for the airline in which we traveled on had a rougher showing over the last week than maybe the first 20 seconds of the show with the extra BJ box up there.
That'd be hard to do.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I've lost luggage before, have had it delayed, but I gotta say, being a dad now, we have to travel with a car seat, and when that gets lost, that flat out sucks. And we still are kind of waiting for our car seat to arrive back here in the States. So yeah, we'll see when it gets here. But
now you're not doing the. How old is she? Because you're not having to buy the own seat yet, are you? Is it still lap child?
No, we are now. Yeah, she's
okay.
She's a little over 2. She's like 27, 20. Yeah, 27 months.
Quite to you. So you don't have any interest in just having the car seat with you in the seat? Some people do that.
Oh,
we tried that one time. You could just have her sit in the car.
I feel like ours is a little cumbersome for that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
And the problem is they don't let you put it by the. They don't let you put it in the middle, and they don't let you put it on the aisle. It's got to be in the window.
Right.
So that kind of screws up with it. We tried that one time, yeah, but some people do like that. They like having the car seat with them in there, and then they can sit in the car seat, and helps a little bit to keep them strapped in. But yeah, man, that was one of the first times flying in general, though, with the little one, right?
Yeah, it was. Her second or third flight. I'm not gonna lie, I actually kind of like getting the seat for her because it gives us. I mean, she's now to the point where she moves around so much that I kind of like being able to put her in the seat for a little bit.
Yeah, and then you get a little more arm. If you put her in the middle too, you get a little more arm room. And
Yep.
Man, what's that?
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Seattle to Hawaii though, what? Almost 6 hours probably.
It was a long trip. Everything was awesome about it though. We went to Kauai. Man, that place like forces you to unplug. Really slow pace of life. Beautiful scenery.
I think you did. I went and looked, man. I think you did set a record. You went 6 days without tweeting.
I tell you, it like forced me to do it. I didn't even think about it really. It was awesome. And luckily there was no huge news back home. Like I was softly monitoring stuff. So it was awesome to unplug for a little while. And that was just like a really cool place to go visit. I had never been to Hawaii before. Never been. The beaches were awesome. The water was warm. Everything about it was just great, except for the people that can't figure out how to get my freaking car seat to me.
Well, hope we can get that back soon. I had never been either, and then I went in December to Kauai. Also, we were up there. We were up north in Princeville.
Okay, we were on the opposite side,
and then we came down to do some of the hiking and some of the things at the bottom. I didn't realize but that was when I was there, and then I was supposed to have to leave to go to the bowl game and then come back to Hawaii for a couple of days, and then the bowl game got canceled, so I was able to stay. But yeah, it's an interesting time. And how did you see all the wild chickens running around?
Tons of wild chickens. But I just can't. I was surprised. No, like bugs. Like we didn't see any, like hardly any bugs. I don't know what they're putting in the air over there, but I expected to see some. Nope,
Oh
palm
man. And
trees,
there were
and
just so
sun.
many nice little, like, just literally little tiny private beaches and parks, and the water was
Yeah,
just so still, and it was just
great place to take the
yeah.
family. Like I said,
Yeah.
I would go back in a second.
It
I would
rained a
go
lot
back.
on our it rained a lot for us though, because it was December and apparently it was just a rough week, but it was still great. And yeah, so that's awesome, man. Congrats, and glad
Yeah,
looks like you're still in Seattle, maybe. So you're halfway back. But
yeah, halfway back. Again,
well,
waiting on that car seat so we can drive back to Boise.
the comments are flying in about Jay's trip. So nice to unplug when you can. Glad you enjoyed
Yeah,
the trip, Jay.
yeah.
Zach chiming in. Happy Friday. So yeah, appreciate everybody for checking out a Friday edition of Bronco Nation News Live. We do have a prize today. What should we give away? We've got how about a large pizza from West Side Pizza? If we can get a good comment. Dayton, you're in the lead so far. We got a large pizza from West Side Pizza for the best comment or question today on the show. We got a great show. We're going to talk a little special teams. We could just talk about our vacations and make people
I
jealous
would
for
love
30
to.
minutes. But it sucks when you're back for a couple of days. You're already thinking about the next one or where you can go again. I mean, it's so
Oh,
nice. But
my mom has I don't know if it's necessarily a rule we always follow, but she after one vacation ends, she always tries to have at least an idea of what we're going to do for like the next vacation, or even like next time we visit each other, because it always gives you something to look forward to.
by the way, Jay, I think I got the new era flat build Bronco Nation News new hat here, so I might have to.
Ooh.
I know you're kind of a flat build guy. I may have
Yeah,
to hook you up with one of these hats or something.
yeah,
We'll see. It's a
yeah.
quality looking hat that we got. So
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk special teams football today and kind of the impact they're going to have as we continue our off-season series, looking at the 25 storylines and questions heading into fall camp, and obviously potentially a new punter, potentially some other changes in the return game. So we'll hit on that, and obviously some new special teams coaches, which
Mm-hmm.
will impact that. And then here in about 10 minutes or so, Ryan Watkins going to join us. Holds a special place in my heart because he was one of the first players, I guess, when I moved to Boise that was still on the team, that 2013. And so watching Ryan Watkins and some of the things that he did in 2014, I believe was his senior year, couple 2020 games, or at least one that I can remember. So Ryan Watkins, I know, is a fan favorite for folks that have been watching Boise State basketball, in the last decade or 15 years. And he's going to join us, Jay, because he's playing in the tournament, winner take all, $1 million. And I know for some people like our man Mike Prater, they don't see it as quite as big of a deal, but to get a chance to see Derek Marks and Ryan Watkins and some of these other guys suited up again in the blue and orange, and it could be short-lived. It's a single elimination tournament, and they're this number 7 seed, and I don't even know if the first round games are going to be on TV, but I still think it's a pretty cool deal. And I think that we're going to, we'll talk to Ryan Watkins in about 10 minutes, but I think just to have those guys out there again, Reggie Larry's coaching the team. I think they're going to be in Boise doing some events and stuff, but I think it's pretty cool.
I think it's awesome that it just generates some buzz around Boise State basketball in the middle of the summer, right? Normally, we're not even really discussing Boise State hoops at this point in time. You're collectively bringing back some of the greatest players in Boise State men's basketball history for at least a few weeks as they practice and they play at least a game. I wish it was like a double elimination tournament. I feel like it could be. I mean, I'm not the one setting it up.
At least in the regionals, it should be.
Right. Yeah, but either way, whatever. I just think it's crazy if they can escape the Albuquerque regional. They go to UD Arena in Dayton, Ohio.
Wouldn't Derek Marks love another chance at UD Arena?
I'm assuming they would all love another chance at UD Arena. I mean, even Ryan Watkins was there versus LaSalle, right? Like,
that's right, yeah.
Montego Alford was there for the second trip back.
He's the one that actually drove. They were down 1, I think, and had the ball, and they actually had to play for him to get to the rim, and I think he got there, and then that's when it got swatted out of bounds or knocked out of bounds, which set up the inbounds for Derek Marks for the shot, right, where there was no foul call.
Yeah. So I mean, there you just have a few cool little redemption storylines there. I'm sure, like you said, with Marks, there's definitely, he goes beyond that. There's a few guys who would love another shot to walk off that court at UD Arena feeling a little bit better about that place.
JD says he just got back from Prague and he's already planning to go to Africa. Yeah, why not? Let us know your vacation plans in the chat. Why not here? Jordan says Ryan Watkins is a legend, great player, even better person.
Agreed,
also
Jordan.
Says the flat bills are looking good, guys. All right, so we'll get to Ryan Watkins in a few minutes, but I want to start on the special teams talk and the Boise State football team. I first want to get in a couple quick mentions about some of our awesome sponsors here. Boise Dentistry Co. Check them out, boisedentistryco.com. There's locations across the Treasure Valley. Dr. Chris Meinert, his staff just do a tremendous job. And the big thing we love about it is full family dentistry. You don't have to send your kids somewhere else. You go somewhere else. Full family dentistry, and they're just very welcoming people. They love to get you know you, talk sports while you're in the chair. So check them out, boisedentistryco.com. And we'd love to get the sponsors some business, folks. A lot of these sponsors jumped on board at the very beginning, and we're hoping they're going to want to renew, and we need to hopefully let them see some return on their investment to us. So check them out, boisedentistryco.com. United Commercial Insurance as well. Another great company, great supporter of local athletics. Hopefully you will support them if you own a business or if you just are looking for business insurance for the business you work at. UnitedCommercialInsurance.com. They can write business insurance policies in 44 states around the country. And now that I officially have some part-time workers, including Colin Mitchell, I believe I will be having to get workers' comp insurance through them as we continue to build Bronco Nation News. So United Commercial Insurance, check them out. There's the phone number on the screen, the email, and ask for Brandon. Short call can save you a lot of money there. Transportation Compliance Service, transcomservice.com. If you're looking to get into the trucking industry, over 1,000 people a day are becoming truck drivers, and they're signing up, many of them. So you're looking for a fresh start, a career change. It's the perfect industry with the pandemic booming. So just go ahead and check them out. They can help you with all the permits, things you need to get out there on the road, towing that first load in no time. So transcomservice.com. All right, Boise State football. They got 2 new special teams coaches. You got Keith Bonifaz, the special teams coordinator. You got Kelly Papinga as the special teams co-coordinator now. So 2 new coaches. In terms of, position battles, so to speak, or things like that. I mean, you have Jonah Dalmas back, a kicker, which is a big one. You have Steph Cobbs back, who, again, for the life of me, I've never seen a guy return 1 punt and be the second team. We talked about this, Jay. You voted for him. I mean, but there really wasn't a lot of options. But 1 punt, 81 yards. He's back. He also led the team, I believe, in kick return yards as well. But you do lose Khalil Shakir, who had some of the returns. And then you lose, Joel Velasquez, who was inconsistent at times, but was a reliable, steady guy at punter, the last 3, 4, 5 years. So you lose your punter. You lose a little bit in the return game, but you do bring back your kicker and some other guys at the return game. In general, before we kind of break it down, what are your thoughts on Boise State special teams?
Well, this is a thing that, at one point in time, you just kind of felt like people took for granted because they were so productive on special teams. And there was a few years there where they didn't do a ton, whether it be kicking, punting, even in the return game. And then Avery Williams came along, and the very first time he touched the football in college, he housed a punt return 81 yards, I think it was, on the blue, so during his tenure, it was amazing. Khalil Shakir did a great job, last year, and despite the fact his volume was pretty limited, I would say. I mean, he was very specific in terms of when he chose to return the football. You look at Jonah Dalmas as a kicker. I mean, the guy's an absolute weapon. There are a few teams in the country that possess that type of, talent that they can run out there. Not only does he have a powerful leg, he has a consistent leg. And I think the thing that I'm excited for with Jonah this year is he has a lot of confidence that he can go further or that he can handle the longer field goals. And for whatever reason, I think when Stacey Collins was running special teams last year, he kind of wanted to give those 50, 52-plus opportunities to Joel Velasquez, who might have had a bigger leg. I think that might have just been a matter of somebody's opinion. But I think that, it's going to be really difficult for Jonah to kick as many field goals as he did last year just because he had a ton of opportunities. So if the total number drops off a little bit, I don't think it has to do with the fact that his talent has dropped off a little bit. I just think that it might mean that Boise State's executing a little bit better inside the red zone, which you probably want to see in all honesty. But he's one of the best weapons as a kicker in the country, in my opinion.
Yeah, what do you make about that? And in the campaign, I mean, I know a lot of us thought he got snubbed, not being on the finalist for the Lou Groza Award.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, Tyler Rossi could tell you about that. He went from 20-plus field goals, the school record, to like 9 for 13 or something the next year or whatever it was, just because the offense was better. And I think Andy Avalos even said it. I love Jonah Dalmas, but I don't want to see him as much. I mean, you want more touchdowns. So his numbers frankly need to come down. I mean,
Yeah.
if he's making that many field goals again, it's probably not a great sign. Now, I know Ohio State and some of the other teams had big offenses and they still had, some other offensive production. But yeah, for a Boise State, you don't want him making whatever it was that he made. I mean, the percentage you'd like to keep, high. He's a nice weapon to have where he's consistently going to be in there. And man, you just hate to think about it, though, and I hate to nitpick, but one of the ones that he missed was the block against Oklahoma State, man. He made so many field goals, and they had a chance to beat Oklahoma State if the one doesn't get tipped after the erroneous whistle cost him a touchdown on all that. And so, but yeah, I do wonder kind of what the hype will be for Dalmas for the awards and just the attention he gets. I mean, we've both talked about it. He had I think people kind of blew it off, but he had a legitimate decision to make about the NFL too.
Yeah, no, he warranted too. And we should remind everybody, I mean, he is a little bit older. He went on a 2-year mission. So despite the fact it'll say junior next to his name this year, he is a little bit older. But yeah, you look at last year, Jonah made 26 field goals, tops in all of college football, right? Number one, led the country, somehow didn't make the finalists as a Luke Rose Award candidate. I don't know how. I feel like I can almost certainly guarantee he'll be on the preseason watch list and more than that when it comes to the best kickers in the game this year. Last year in the red zone, Boise State scored on 92.5% of their trips inside the 20, right, BJ? That was 7th best in college football. Now, the TD percentage, though, was one of the worst in college football. They only scored a touchdown on 54.7%. That was 95th in the country out of 130 some odd teams. So that's a number you want to see closer to 70%, not down near a coin flip of if you're going to punch it in for a touchdown or not. So that's what we mean when you'll probably see, or even hopefully see, Jonah's numbers just come back just a little bit, but still very, very confident whenever Boise State runs him out there that he'll be able to get the job done.
Quickly before Ryan joins us, your take on the punting situation. It looks like it's probably going to be James Ferguson Reynolds, at least based on some conversations we've had and what we've seen at practice. They really like his rugby style. And as I said before, I don't think you go all the way to Australia to recruit somebody if you're not expecting him to have a role. And then the return game, too, where we mentioned you lose Shakir, but Cobbs is a pretty good guy to have back there. Your thoughts on that?
Couldn't agree more with you. It's funny, you look at who led the team last year. Steph did on kick returns. Right behind him, C.T. Thomas. And he obviously, left the team middle of the season. Khalil Shakir was very impactful in the return game. So, yeah, Steph Cobbs will be there. But I will say they do need to find a couple of other guys there just in case, especially if Steph turns out to be a bona fide number one receiver. You don't want to put him out there too often and maybe subject him to too much workload or an injury or something like that. So it would be great if they could have somebody emerge, especially, again, if Steph really truly is your bona fide number one receiver. And as far as punter goes, I think that's a position that Boise State can grow, get more consistent at. And when it comes to the freshman out of Australia, he's going to kind of offer a wider range of skills. Like, it's not going to always just be drop back and punt. You'll see him with that rugby style punt, could be more exciting. And I think the coaches have a lot of confidence in what he's going to bring to the table.
Yeah, and we got a couple of Ryan Watkins questions coming in. Ryan never lost to the U of I. He'll match up again with alum Jeff Ledbetter. He's also played against some alums in international ball. Is the streak alive against? We'll see with the U of I BSU. Somebody could go. Genty or Caples is the number 2 returner.
It'd be interesting to see if they try to get the ball in Genty's hands a little bit. I'm not saying the Caples couldn't do it either, but is they try to work at the true freshman in, is throwing him on special teams too much for him to handle, or is that a spot where he can make an impact with George Holani sharing the greater of the workload at running back? That will be something that's intriguing. We didn't get a chance, in spring ball, you just don't get a chance to see that stuff a ton because they're not going to do like live punt and kick returns and stuff like that. So definitely something we'll be tracking in early August once fall camp gets underway.
So I guess to sum it up, the official question was, can Boise State be as impactful, again on special teams as they were last year? I think it's maybe not quite as sure of a thing with some, with uncertainty at punter, a little bit of uncertainty in the return game. I think we both feel like, Bonifaz and Popinga have a lot of history with special teams, and there's enough pieces there that this should still be a positive unit, not a detriment.
I agree. I agree, but they definitely have to prove themselves in the return game this fall.
Ridley's Family Markets, shopridleys.com. 13 locations across the state of Idaho. They got the at-home shopping, the Skip app, the home delivery, all that great stuff. Check them out, shopridleys.com. The Blue and Orange store as well. You can get all that Boise State gear, the Nike gear, all that great stuff. The Blue and Orange store.com. Free shipping on orders over $40. If you book online, the blueandorangestore.com, $40 order, you get free shipping anywhere that you can get it shipped to. And if you're in Boise, just check them out, the Town Square Mall. Right there in Boise. They got the Pro Image store right next to them, so check them out. Timberstone Golf Course as well, playtimberstone.com. The greens are perfect. Was out there the other day. Just beautiful weather right now. Wish I was playing today, but playtimberstone.com. Make your tee time. Get out there and talk BSU sports with Kelly and Tad and have a cold one and play some golf. So appreciate Timberstone Golf Course for their sponsorship, and I look forward to seeing some of you out there this summer. Jay, Ryan Watkins, we're getting ready to bring him on here. What are your memories of Ryan Watkins?
One of the most relentless players in any sport in my decade plus of covering Boise State athletics. That dude was a warrior on the glass, a selfless guy that just made his teams better.
He's smiling. Let's bring him on. There he is.
Oh, you can hear that?
I heard it. I heard it all.
What's going on, Ryan? How you doing, man?
Nothing much, man. Just enjoying the summer.
We appreciate you for joining us. We're looking forward to the tournament coming up. I know you guys tried to put this thing together a couple years ago, and it's finally happening. Tell everybody just about this and how it came about and how excited you are for it.
Man, we're all super excited. Thomas Broplay did most of the legwork, got everybody involved, got us all in the group chat. You know, it's hard to herd a bunch of athletes and get them to do something, but he did it, and we're excited, man.
What's it mean I know it's not going to be the official Boise State uniform, but I mean to put on hopefully some sort of blue and orange and be out there with Derek Marks again and some of these guys on the same court. What's this going to be like?
It's going to be incredible. I mean, I was talking to Derek and Tom on the phone the other day, and we're just like, man, we're about to wear Boise State jersey again, but we're grown now. Before we were just kids, you know? And we just talked about how much we've developed as people, how much our games have developed. It's going to be exciting.
I mean, basketball is your guys' bond, right, Ryan? I mean, we know how hard you guys played and the history you made at Boise State, but to look over and see Derek at your right and Thomas at your left and some of these other guys that will be playing with you, I mean, kind of a dream come true considering, you know, the paths that you guys have all gone across the world, and now it finally brings you back together.
I know, finally. Yeah. I mean, yeah, basketball is our bond. All the things we went through on the court, at school, the big wins, the big losses, like bonds like that don't come around too often. And, you know I can count on those guys, you know, because we've been through it. You know, we grew up together basically. So,
yeah. You guys, I kind of mentioned it, have been all over the world playing this game. And, I mean, we follow you. BJ and I know what you guys have been up to. But for the common fan that might not, where has basketball taken all you guys? Because – I mean, you and Derek, for example, have kind of been on the opposite ends of the globe here for a little while.
Yeah, we have been. Derek's been in Italy. He's in Bulgaria last year. Thomas just won a championship in Spain. Brought his team from second division Spain to first division Spain, which is a huge deal. Like I've been in Japan, China, Taiwan, Thailand.
I was gonna say I don't know if we have enough time for all your stops. We only got 30 minutes to go here. Where all have you been?
I was in Holland, Hungary, Finland, Japan, Thailand, China, Taiwan. So a lot of places. The game has taken me a lot of places.
And it's got to be pretty cool though to do that and see all these places. And you're I mean, like Jay said, I mean, basketball's your life, right? You're gonna ride this thing out as long as you can.
As long as I can. Especially we've got the little one here now too. We want to be able to let him see as much as he can. You know.
Yeah. I was gonna say some of you guys are dads now. I mean, congrats on that, obviously. Ryan, what role are you playing on this team, man? Is it going to be the same, similar to what you did for the Broncos during the heydays when you were at what is now Extra Mile Arena, what was Taco Bell Arena? Is that where we're going to see you, tenacious on the glass? Who's leading this team in scoring?
The same. No, I got to get 10 offensive rebounds. I told them the same thing as back in the day. Just shoot it. If you miss, I'll go get it.
I gotta say, Ryan, there were a couple games this year where Milad and Armouche had some big rebound games, and I was going back and looking at the stats, and it's very easy to, I don't want to say forget, but to look back and see what you did in some of those games, man, just unbelievable. You had the 22 rebound game. You had a couple other games with, like you said, 10 plus offensive rebounds. I mean, you were unbelievable on the glass. Is that still how you play?
That's still how I play. I appreciate that. That's still how I play. I mean, it worked there, I got to play and I was successful. So
I think it was New
that's the
Mexico.
main staple.
New Mexico, I think, might have been one of the 22 rebound games. I mean, is there a game or two that stand out to you when you look back and it's hard to believe you even did what you did?
I think we played UNLV at home my senior year. I think I had like 22 and 15 or something. I was, all those guys are like top tier athletes. You know what I mean? Playing high level overseas NBA guys. So me being an undersized big, it just felt good.
You went 22 and 15 in a 91-90 overtime victory, and then the next home game you went for a season high 27 on senior night, man. You finished strong down this. Jay, this guy, I only got to cover him there right when I got here, was towards the end of his career. I wish I would have seen it, but I mean, you were also, Ryan, one of the first, Leon Rice guys, right? I mean, you're part of helping get Leon going, get this program going. I mean, is that still special to you too, to be part of that group and to see where Leon's still being there and what he's done with the program?
Yeah, of course. It's incredible to be a part of that first recruiting class. And the team has came such a long way since that first year. We're in the WAC, and the facilities, the type of players we began to get, it's just been incredible.
Ryan, there's kind of a little bit at stake here for you guys. The winner of this tournament, a 64-team field, gets $1 million payday. How much is that a motivator for you guys versus just coming back together and trying to put your best foot forward or any of that? And one other question to throw in there too, who's funding this thing for you guys?
We've got a lot of help from the Bronco alumni, and Thomas has done a great job organizing all of it. So we don't have to worry about anything. Mike Walsh has been helping us a ton, so, and we've got I guess the Bronco shop's been helping us too. This Blue and Orange store, all the places, all the whole community. So
you fantasizing of $1 million payday?
I mean, the crazy thing is when you see it, all the years I've watched, I'm like, man, we were playing for $1 million. That would be so dope, right? But when we got all the guys together, no one's talked about the money. You know what I mean? Everyone's just talked about playing together and being together again, and you know what I mean? And I think that's the best way to start out. It's just enjoying our time together again.
Well, Ryan, I got to say, I'm stoked for this. I mean, we talk about your stats and everything, and I don't think it was just coincidental that Boise State had one of their best seasons in program history. And there was a guy that was very similar to you on this team. It showed how impactful you were when you played here at Boise State, and just the intangibles and all that effort that you brought made a big difference on the court. So I'm stoked for this tournament. I absolutely will be watching and see how this all plays out.
And I appreciate that. I can't wait either.
Ryan, a couple more quick ones coming in over social media. What are the jerseys going to look like? Do you get to use BSU ones? Are they custom made? Folks want to know what you guys are going to be rocking.
I don't know. I think the tournament supplies the jersey, so I'm interested to see what they're gonna look like. I don't know.
What about going back?
Blue and orange.
There you go. Now you're going back to the pit as well. So not only are you guys getting back together, but you're going back to a place that you've played. Jordan's saying, I hope Leon's friend Snake shows up to support you guys. What do you make about playing in the pit again?
Man, we never won in the pit, so I never won in the pit. So I still think about those things as a competitor.
Now, you guys are coming to Boise for about a 4, 5, 6 day training camp, correct? All the guys are going to be in Boise, and you're going to do some autograph signing, some events. So folks can stay tuned for that. I know through Mike Walsh, and you guys will help try to get that out where you guys will be. And I think maybe even a scrimmage or something fans can pay and come to, or practices or something just to for folks that want to see you guys out there. But what is that going to be enough time? I mean, 5 days to get together and run some layup lines. I mean, you're all playing professional in different countries, and it's different styles of play. I mean, is it going to be is it going to be like old, when you and Derek and Thomas and get out there? I mean, is it going to be just like the good old days, or is it going to take a little time to mesh?
I think it might take a little time to mesh. I hope it's like the good old days, but we've all grown up. We're all pros now. So it's going to be interesting to see how much our games have changed and how they fit back together,
I know you said you've seen this tournament on TV. There was, I know our guy Ryan Lundgren was trying to get you guys in this a couple years ago, and it just didn't quite work out. But what do you make? I mean, I know you're not going to be out there running a ton of plays and stuff. I mean, what have you looked at from watching this thing on TV, and what do you guys need to do? And because I mean, even in the bracket, it looks like you're an underdog right off from the start in the first game, at least. What do you make in terms of what you guys got to do? Because like we and Jay were talking about, maybe it should be round robin or should be double elimination, at least in the regional. But I mean, it's one and done all the way to the finish. So, I mean, what do you guys got to do so you can have some success out there when you've been watching and studying this tournament on what these teams do?
I think we need to be unselfish, first of all. I think we need to play hard. I think that we need to feed the hot hand. We have enough guys that, like, if someone gets going, it's not about just one person. It's about the whole team. And if we can feed that one guy, it'll help the whole team. So I also think like defensive principles will help a lot, because if we can like do a little bit of scouting and figure out one or two things to take away, that'll help us in all these games.
Well, final thing for me, I guess actually more of this should be coming from Jay, but Jay reminded us, when we were talking about this, if you can win the Albuquerque regional, where you get to go.
I know. We talked about all this stuff. We don't forget. We get to go back. We get to go to Dayton. We lost in the first 4 in Dayton. The next year, the controversial game in Dayton against Dayton for Derek and them. So we remember.
I don't even have a question, Ryan. I'm just gonna. This last thing for me is a statement. Just go win a damn game in Dayton, okay?
Gotta win a damn game in Dayton.
$1 million on the line, and man, it would be awesome to see, and we're excited to watch. It's going to be cool to have some Boise State basketball in the summer. I think the success of the team last year has kind of raised the interest in Boise State basketball moving forward, and to have something like this is the perfect time for it. So we'll try to catch up with you guys when you're in town here in a couple weeks, and I'm sure we'll be out there at practice and stuff, and some of the autograph signings and things. And like I said, we'll try to pass that on to the fans so they can meet you and help you guys raise the rest of the funds that you need. And here we'll sum it up with this: Derek Marks gets that foul call versus any other team in Dayton, unfortunately. But that would be something, man, to get some sweet revenge for both you guys to get back. You do it in the pit, and you do it in Dayton. It's all set up, and then you get the payday. So appreciate your time, man. Best of luck, and thanks for coming on. And like I said, we'll try to catch up with all you guys when you get back in town here in a couple weeks.
Appreciate you guys. See you soon.
Yep, take care. Ryan Watkins joining us. And Jay, man, like I said, I was looking at some of the stats before we came on. Averaged a double-double his senior year, 17 double-doubles as a senior, I believe. I mean, just there haven't been many like him at Boise State.
No, there haven't, and that's what I'd say. I mean, like, I know that Ryan wasn't like a 20-point per game scorer or anything, like, at least average. He did score over 20 more than a few times in his career, but he might have been the most unique player that Boise State's had, in the sense that, gosh, did he impact winning basketball in such a high capacity, and his ability to rebound was second to none. I mean, even as good as Mladen Armush was on the glass this year, over 100 offensive rebounds, the first guy to do that in a Bronco uniform since Ryan Watkins. Well, Ryan still almost had twice as many offensive boards as Mladen. So, I mean, that should show you just like how elite and incredible his seasons were at Boise State. Just a great player. And it's funny, he talks about defense, playing hard, being unselfish. I mean, I can't think of 3 ways to describe Ryan Watkins better. He might be the tone setter for this team down in Albuquerque. And initially, too, BJ, I was like, why are they going to Albuquerque today? That he knows that he never won a game there. So that will fuel him to win a game as an alumni, almost a decade removed from his playing career, with a bunch of his old buddies surrounding him.
And I thought the coolest part might have been that he said nobody's talking about the money. And I know the $1 million sounds nice. I think you have to split that up amongst your team.
You do.
It's not like each guy's getting $1 million, and these guys are making several $100,000 to play professionally. So it's really not about the money, because you're not making. I mean, it's good money, but when you break it down with 9 players and a coach and whatever else, I mean, you're probably
it dwindles a little,
$100,000 or whatever. Which again is, I'll take it. But I mean, it is pretty cool that he did say, hey, these guys aren't worrying about the money. I haven't heard that once. It's about playing and trying to win this thing. And I thought that was pretty cool.
I'm excited. I'm absolutely going to watch. I think it's great. It's going to give us something.
I hope it's on TV. Do we know if every game's on TV, at least somewhere, hopefully on ESPN Plus or something?
Yeah, that's what I don't know if every game is, but some of the earlier games definitely, I think, are on ESPN Plus. So I'm pretty sure this tournament will be pretty accessible to the fans if they have ESPN.
It's right before Mountain West Media Days, man.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
I'm tempted to try to go down there on the way or something.
Love the timing of it, man. Love the timing of it.
Well, appreciate it, Jay. You still owe us a show for next week, so we'll have to.
I got you.
We'll have to negotiate off the air. Maybe you and I haven't asked you this. Maybe you and Johnny could host a show together without me.
Ooh.
That might be a train wreck. I don't know if we want to go that direction, but I got
Monday. That's up to you.
Well, it's either that or maybe no show on Tuesday. So we'll have to see, because I'm going to be in North Carolina Monday and Tuesday for an awards thing. So we'll have to see. We may have to juggle next week's schedule around again. We're trying to balance everyone's vacations and wedding season and all kinds of stuff going on. But we'll talk off air and figure
our seat returnals.
They're already calling for us. Bronco Nation News needs to be in Albuquerque for this. Just saying. We'll have to see what. Again, it's one and done. So
I know.
That might be kind of fun. That might be kind of fun to have the Lithia Ford to Boise post-game show live from Albuquerque again, if they can pull it off. But we'll see. We'll it's cool for them, and good luck to them. And we'll talk off air, Jay, about next week's schedule. But we hope to have live shows 5 days next week in some capacity as we continue our countdown. We're now only, I want to say 3.5 weeks away from Mountain West Media Days, because we're almost into July next week, and
it's going to be here quick.
Continues to come down. So hope you get the car seat. Hope you make it back to Boise.
Yeah,
I've got like 4 car seats because we had 2 in both cars, and now it seems like we have everywhere you look, there's a car seat. So if you need to borrow one, I can help you out when you get back.
Perfect.
Especially since I'm leaving town for 2 weeks, I won't be needing it.
Yeah. Well, safe travels. Enjoy.
Yeah, you too, man.
Enjoy home.
Man. We'll be watching you on KTVB when you get back to town here. We appreciate it, and we will talk to Jay Tuss soon. Appreciate it, Jay.
Sounds good, bud.
There he is, the best in the business, Jay Tuss. We appreciate his time on a Friday morning as he's still working his way back from vacation. He is up there in Seattle, went to Hawaii, and that was a good, well-deserved break for him. We got to give away a pizza. Who wants a pizza? West Side Pizza. I have a free large pizza. West Side Pizza. Put in the comments if you want the pizza, and we'll give it away here. Just let us know if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube about the pizza, and if you can make it out there this weekend to go, we'll give it to you, or in the next few days. If you are making an online order, looking for some place to get some food this weekend, West Side Pizza is the spot for you. Just use the promo code BNN25. You go to their website, westsidepizza.com. BNN25 is the promo code, and you get 25% off your entire order. And if you look at some of the prices, this means you can have, like 2 pizzas for $15. I mean, you can get 2 pizzas and a salad or a breadsticks for under $20. I mean, it's pretty crazy what you can do with this promo code. It's right there on Overland Road, right across kind of from the Walmart, right there by the Costco, the Flying Y, that whole area. Westsidepizza.com. Carryout order you can get 2 large pizzas and a side, basically a breadsticks, cheese sticks, cookie pizza, whatever you want, for under $20 if you use the promo code. So make your order online, westsidepizza.com, and we will hopefully get some folks to go out there and check them out. I've got the pizza for if anybody that wants it. We'll check the comment sections. I know Dayton doesn't live in Boise. We need to get Dayton a free pizza next time he's in town. Dayton, let me know next time you're coming to Boise. We'll hook Dayton up with a free large pizza. Appreciate your commenting, Dayton. Appreciate you for watching. So we're going to give it to Dayton. And next time he comes on over to Boise to do some work, he's going to have a free lunch or dinner at West Side Pizza. So appreciate everybody for checking it out. Appreciate Ryan Watkins for coming on. Appreciate Mike Walsh over at Boise State for helping us set it up. And appreciate all of our great sponsors. You see the logos behind you of our major sponsors. Lithia Ford of Boise. You can compare, shop, finance, do it all online. Lithia Ford Boise. We appreciate them. Idaho Central Credit Union as well. ICCU.com. Personal Business Bankings. They're the official bank of Bronco Nation News. So hopefully you will check them out as well. And rowpaint.com, of course. There would not be a Bronco Nation News without rowpaint.com. Power and people, pride in painting. The official paint and coatings company of Boise State Athletics. As I say all the time, there you go. Dayton says he'll be here in a few weeks. So I'm going to put your name on the list, Dayton. Remind me, but I will put your name on the list at Westside Pizza, and you can show up and tell them your name, and you'll have a free large pizza. If you want to order in advance, we can make that work too with the promo code. But let me know. So Dayton, appreciate you for commenting, and hope you enjoy the pizza from Westside Pizza. Everybody else, hope you get out there and check it out for this weekend. Just use the promo code BNN25, and they have delivery, but it's cheaper and easier if you just do the carry out and you get the better deal. So that's why I push the carry out, save you guys some more money. So appreciate everybody for checking us out. Thanks to all of our great sponsors. Please support the sponsors. I say it every week, but there is no show if we can't have sponsors. So We got to keep the sponsors happy. You want them to renew their deals and then hopefully can continue to build and add. And really excited. Met with Colin Mitchell yesterday, and we're kind of mapping out the plan for the fall. We've got him on board part-time. We're looking to hire an intern as well. So we're going to be up to 3 strong in the Bronco Nation News family into the fall. And we got some big plans for building the social media channels and the video content and some of the other stuff moving forward. So appreciate everybody for coming along for the ride, and we'll see where it takes us here. I am traveling to St. Louis this weekend and out of town to North Carolina for a function. So there may be a couple of days, Monday and Tuesday, where there's no show, or the show may look a little different Monday and Tuesday if we have to tape it. But we'll see. We're going to try to get you daily content as much as we can here at Bronco Nation News, bronconationnews.com. So have a great weekend. Well, as always, any Boise State breaking news, we'll have it to you. Bronco Nation News, bronconationnews.com.
At ICCU, to make a difference, it takes just one connection. A friendly face, an open ear, a helping hand. And then something amazing happens. We find out that we're better together. This is what Idaho Central does in our communities every day. We help our members with the small things and big dreams. This is what believing in you is all about. Idaho Central Credit Union, looking after your daily balance.